color. So
All right.
that's
So,
so funny. The best part about it is that as we talk about going live for the first time last week when we did a pre-recording, this didn't happen this morning.
right at all.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. But that's okay. We can roll with it. We can roll with it. And we can roll on into the next topic. You want to do that and keep moving along? I know we ran over just a little bit because I was being a little chatty. Typical, typical.
Yeah.
But I wanted to talk a little bit about because we were talking about the different brawls and things like that we've seen in the NFL this past week. And so there's actually another situation where again not space or room for this type of behavior within the game. A couple days ago, there was a hockey game between the Washington Capitals and the Ducks, and one of the Capitals players, Garnett Hathaway, spit on another player. And so it's interesting because again, hockey now in the alternative to football, football has a little bit of. I've heard people describe it. I've heard one former football player on ESPN, one of the talking heads there, describe it as organized violence in a sense.
Yeah.
Um, but really, that's hockey. I mean, you have particular moments, and it's meant for that. And to a certain point, it's
And they
okay for
like the
there to be
fighting.
brawls on the ice. And in fact, the fans expect there to be.
Right.
Yeah, the fans expect there to be brawls on the ice, and they look forward to it. And that's why a lot of hockey players don't have their teeth and things like that, other than getting hit with pucks and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
that's part of the game. So it's interesting to see something that goes beyond the decorum when it seems like the sport has very little decorum because you're out there fighting. But probably the best part is the quote that Hathaway had, and he said that he reacted a little emotionally, and
Just a little.
unfortunately, spit came out of his mouth after he got punched. Now, what I'm going to say is, I saw a still shot of the unfortunate spit that came out of his mouth. When you describe something as unfortunately spit came out of my mouth, that's like a little like spittle. Like somebody's talking to you, you feel a little something on your cheek. It's like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. No, this was like a thick white like loogie. Like there, and what it reminded me of, I don't know if you ever played this game with it. I remember when I was in like maybe middle school or early elementary school, and I'm sure my parents had no idea I was playing this head game on the computer. And that's pretty much what you were doing. You were hawking loogies out off the top of the school buildings
Uh,
down onto the
Kim.
students and teachers walking. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I know it was disgusting, and like you could hear them getting it in the throat, gathered, and then you would try to time it correctly to get it. So I say all that to say is that's disgusting, and that's what that unfortunate spit looked like that he says came out of his mouth. No, sir. We talk about acknowledgement. That was intentional. Same thing. His emotions got the best of him. He said he got sucker punched, and his response was to Hakarugi. But I personally feel like spitting on someone is one of the most disrespectful things you can do. I
Yes.
mean, that's a whole entire different level of disrespect. It's one thing to kind of blindside sucker punch somebody, and that's not okay either. But to spit on somebody is you just take it to a different level. So absolutely, there's no room in any sport for that. Even the one that's meant to see the brawls and the fights and things like that. I haven't seen if there's going to be, and I assume there'll be uh, there's a penalty within the match itself, and so they're supposed to be, or
Mm-hmm.
supposed to have been, today's Wednesday, I was about to say supposed to be, a hearing today to determine if they were going to penalize him any further.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting to see and kind of make some comparisons to what happened in the NFL, just how they differ in that regard. Now, again, understanding that there is some violence and fighting already expected in the realm of hockey, but when you go beyond what's allowed and expected, what type of penalty does he receive versus what happened in the NFL and the Miles Garrett? So it could be an interesting comparison just to see how the two different leagues validate or I guess invalidate that type of behavior.
Yeah. I don't know if there's a precedent for that in for that in in hockey. Like, where do you look back and say, how how do we what do we do here? Like, where do you even start? Like, what? It was just, but
Yeah.
like, I remember last season, the last NBA season, the first game between uh, the
Yeah.
Lakers and Houston, and Chris Paul was accused of spitting on Rondo.
I do remember that. Yes. Yes.
And
In
then
that fight.
right, he got suspended like a couple. He got a couple of games for that, but then I don't know. Depending on what you look at, what you see in the replay, I don't know if he did or not. But they were uh, uh,
There was definitely something, but I would
there was
say it was a
something.
lot less than what came out of this man's mouth
Mm,
on the hockey
yeah,
on the ice.
yeah. He
It,
got back
I
in.
think
He got back in the
that's
throat,
to your
like,
point.
and it's cold outside, so
Yeah,
everybody.
that's the thing. I just feel like, as far as what you're saying, of if there's any, and I think because they're out there fighting, it can be very difficult to determine if anyone ever spits on someone. So I don't believe, and I don't mean to sit here and think or present that that's the first time a hockey player's ever spit on another. But I mean, when you're out there fighting, whether or not you catch it, that sort of thing, it's just how disgusting. And again, that steel shot, you can see very clearly that he had worked up that spittle to go towards that Ducks player. So it'll be interesting to see
Yeah, and we stand with the Ducks. D3, Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so
He
funny
got
because so we have a hockey team here, and so I'm not a
yeah, the
huge,
Hurricanes.
I don't the Hurricanes, yeah, and I don't purport to present myself as like an avid follower who's going to be at a ton of their games or anything like that, but I definitely get excited when they're making deep runs, and it's an exciting
Mm.
time. I go to some games when I can, and they're always fun to watch. But I will say my team has always been the Anaheim Ducks because of the Mighty
The
Ducks.
Mighty Ducks.
And
And
so,
remember that cartoon with the ducks? They were the superheroes. They played hockey by
Darkwing
day and
Duck,
fought crime by night.
yeah, Darkwing Duck, isn't that
No,
it?
not Darkwing Duck. It
Is it
was
Darkwing Duck?
no. It was the it was
The
the
little
actual.
kids.
They made a television show about the Mighty Ducks, except for they were actual ducks from another
Oh, they had the
planet,
same name.
but they were good. Yeah, but they were
Okay, I think
good.
I've seen it. I
Yeah,
just
you got Disney Plus. It might be on
I think
Disney
I've seen
Plus.
it. I think I just always I got the name wrong. Okay, I've definitely seen that show because I can see them in my mind right now on the ice. Like I see them playing hockey.
Like
So
real
I
ducks,
definitely saw that show.
like Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
That's quality. Look, if it's on, I just got Disney Plus, and I've been wearing it out. So
yeah,
I'll have to do a run through. I don't know who created that, but I'll have to do a run through and see if it's up there.
yeah.
Wearing it out. In
Me,
fact, after tonight, when we finish up,
yeah, me and one of our favorites, Tanisha, we have the on Disney Plus,
nice.
cause we cheap.
Look, girl. I said y'all cheap. I said I'm using somebody else's login who has it for free for a year because of their
Oh
Verizon
yeah, because
membership. So,
Verizon, yeah. I was like, come on, AT and
hmm
T,
I have
let's get
Verizon,
with
but
the business. A
I'm not in
new,
the unlimited
yeah.
family.
Okay.
My Me and my brother are a little more conservative, so we don't have the unlimited on our family plan.
All right.
Anyway, neither here
Yeah,
nor there. I still got Disney Plus, and I'm rocking it.
yeah. Hey,
All right,
you want to talk a little
you want to
about college
transition
football?
us? Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that. I think the big thing, I'll mention it and then I'll let you run with it.
Yeah.
You're our resident expert on college football, but obviously the big thing being Tua and his injury. And I will say this one thing before I pass it over to you.
Mhm.
Slightly reminiscent of Kevin Durant and the Warriors. In that, now obviously different leagues because they were playing for a championship, so
Mhm.
that part is different.
Mhm.
But the
I'm,
reason
I'm
it's
trying to follow.
reminiscent of it is because he came back from that quad injury, and they made it a point to get him back on the court, and it was important for him to be back out there. And then what happens? He's back out there, and I think, if my memory, you correct me if I'm wrong, is serving me correctly. When he got out there, you could tell that he was laboring a little bit at one one point. It seemed like, but he wanted to be out there, and he ended up tearing his Achilles.
Yeah.
So I drew that correlation a little bit because Alabama is trying to get back into the conversation.
Mhm.
So Tua has 2 weeks. I'm not saying that they rushed him. I don't know what the protocol. I have no idea. But
Mhm.
he obviously had less time for recovery than he did the last time. You put him out there, and it wasn't the LSU game, but he's still playing on this ankle after having that tough game. And now what happens? A hip injury, and he's done for the rest of the year. So that's the thing that it made me think of, which is an interesting parallel, I know, but it just kind of made me think of having a star athlete that's very, very um, important to your team and whatever's going to happen ultimately with their season. They come back from one injury, a more serious one happens, and it takes them out.
Yeah, I can definitely see that correlation. I think with Kevin's injury that his were a lot more related, and I guess with the ankle with Tua's ankle injury, like maybe he didn't have quite the mobility he needed to outrun Mississippi State's defensive linemen who were coming for his throat. Um, so I could see that
Mm-hmm.
and it was really like a combination of him falling the wrong way and them landing the right way. So it was
Yeah,
really a
those
freak.
unfortunates.
Yeah, very very like things just had like the right circumstances had to like collide at the same time for it to happen that way. Like and that injury is very like I mean it doesn't happen every day in any sport. So
Yeah.
um yeah, I feel like I really like Tua. I feel I always feel bad for any player who goes out for a season, even for a team that I don't root for. Um, but so
Yeah, same, same.
yeah, so it's just and then this is gonna have like lots of implications just for his draft pick. Like I saw articles already out there talking about maybe he should sit out the year so that because now when he won't when the combine comes up he won't have time to he won't be able to run or throw routes or so not anything that the owners and the scouts can see based off his injury recovery. So it would be like a leap of faith based off previous and even and then so now there are like people out there saying maybe he should sit out a year because now since people are iffy on him he might drop in the draft, so that'll be like tens of millions of dollars that he'll lose out on contracts and bonuses just because like 10 spots fewer in the draft. And there's a, maybe next and maybe he should go back to Alabama for a year, just sit out the whole year and wait for 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And either way, that's a lot of risk involved for Tua himself. And so it's like the whole injury thing. Like you can never control those things. You never know really. Um, so I feel bad for him in that instance because his family like they literally like uprooted their whole life from Hawaii and moved to Alabama. You came from Hawaii to Alabama. I
That
wouldn't.
is a
I don't know if I
very
could. Yeah, I don't know if I could make that
man.
trade, but they were putting an investment in their son's
Right.
future. So I can. I mean, I can see that, but then with this injury, I don't see Alabama getting into the Final Four, um, because the quarterback spot is
That's what I was
gonna
going to ask you
be
next. What you?
yeah, the quarterback spot is
I
gonna
was
be
going
a
to ask you
big
what you thought
question
was going
mark
to happen.
because right now it's all about the eye test for Alabama because they don't have. I mean, they have to win against Auburn, of course, and they have to beat them handily.
Mm-hmm.
At that. Um, so that's one thing too. So and then, but I think that you have Oklahoma on their tails coming at them. They have Oregon on their tails, and they also have Penn State and
That Oklahoma comeback.
right. They come right. So they have lots of teams that still
Baylor.
have
Yeah.
like well there are injuries across the board but nobody that has that prominent of a player who's injured. And then Oklahoma came back against Baylor when CD Lamb was out for the game, so that was something they showed that they could win without him, but he's coming back. They know he's coming back, so it just showed like they're a strength of their team. But I think that I don't think they're gonna well they love Alabama, so who knows they will All
Roll Tide.
they're just waiting on Clemson to lose and to put Alabama
Yeah,
in the
so
picture.
they can put them up in the top four.
Yeah,
Yep, yep.
but
Roll Tide.
I can't say that. I would not say that.
That's fine. Why I don't say it as a fan. I just kind of say it just because I like it, and I don't
Yeah, it's
listen to any
catchy.
other
It's very
songs.
catchy.
I'm not. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all. That's all.
right.
It's just
But
a
since
song that I learned with that in it, and so that's mainly why. In my head, I'm always singing the song, but it's probably not something I should sing here. So,
okay, all right,
so right.
all right. So with the time that we have left, um, let's get to one of our favorite topics, college basketball. Let's give a little overview of what's going on
Yeah.
in college basketball. We just James Wiseman just got that coming down the about the NCAA's their what how they're going to punish him because of his $11,500 loan from Penny Hardaway, and I just thought it was very arbitrary. It was like, uh, let's give him 11 games. I think a thousand per game. That sounds about right. That's what it seems like this punishment is to me. And then they want him to pay it back to a charity. I'm like, first of all, where he gonna get $11,500 to pay to a charity when he had to borrow it in the first place?
From Penny Hardaway, from his now coach instead of his future coach. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, what you think?
I mean,
I think they
yeah,
just
I'm
it's
with
so
you on that.
random.
Yeah. So I think initially, I think that it was 12 games, but since they withdrew their appeal, so originally they had appealed the
Right.
violation, they withdrew
Yes.
the appeal, and they decided to sit him down. So they obviously knew something was coming. They didn't know exactly what, but they
Mhm.
elected so they wouldn't have to forfeit the games or what have you. They elected to sit him in their most recent game. So that means he now has 11 left, and of course the 11.5 being the same amount. And I agree with you. I mean, that part of it, I'm not really sure where they expect him to get the money, especially when he's an athlete. Now, I understand that he will not be playing, but he still has certain rules and he still can be around the team and he still can practice. So he's going to be, and he's expected to play again beginning in January. So he has to stay in basketball shape. He doesn't get to just be a normal college student for the next 2 months and then
Mhm.
come back in January and say, okay, and during that 2 months, he can go and get a work study job. So I'm not exactly sure where they expect the money to come from, or I haven't read the specifics of it, or if it's a thing that just has to be paid at some time. Like that's the thing I wonder. What is the deadline? Because if he ends up playing when he's supposed to play in, I think second week of January, and he finishes, he gets drafted, and when he gets whatever bonus he's going to get from being in the lottery, can he then pay it back and give it to the particular organization? Because if that's the case, then there's no issue. He's going to get drafted.
Yeah.
It's almost certain that he's going to be a lottery pick, so
Mhm.
he then will have the money to give it back. Because otherwise, I'm not sure what you expect this 18-year-old kid to do. Even a normal. I mean, I worked in college, and I don't know if the entire year I ever made that kind of not
Nah,
the entire year. And I worked from the very first day of freshman year to the very last
you did,
day of
Kim. Yeah.
senior year. Yeah, I was up in the computer store working hard,
Yeah,
working
I
hard,
remember
and
you were
but
a
I really did.
fisher in the
Yep.
computer store.
Thank you. Somebody had to do it. It was a lot of fun in the computer store, but I definitely, in any one given year, did not make
Yeah, no.
$11,500. You put a couple of years together, sure, maybe, or 3 years, all 4 years together, maybe, but definitely not in one year. So it's interesting that they have just been accepting of it, and I think that's probably the right thing to do when you appeal things and you postpone things. You would much rather have him out now than to
Mhm.
have him out in March.
For sure.
If you think that, I mean, they've got a lot of good freshmen on that team, and who knows as they mold and get better, who knows what kind of run they're going to be able to make in the tournament. So you want to have that player on the court if you can. So I think that's probably why they thought about, well, let's withdraw it, especially when it's pretty clear that your coach gave you money. I mean, some of these NCAA violations that you hear that come out, you don't know, and there's a lot of investigation that comes from it. Not sure, and even to the general public, to our ears, not knowing all of the NCAA rules, it's like,
Mhm.
oh, that's a violation. This was very clear. The coach cannot give money to the players prior to them being there because it's seen as enticement for them to come. I mean, that's it's black and white. So I think it makes sense that they just like said,
Well, he gave it
okay,
at the time when
let's
he
just
was
take
a
it into
donor. He
effect
wasn't a
today.
coach when he gave the money. He was,
Exactly. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. But
but then,
I don't think it helps that he's now the coach of the team that he went to.
yeah,
Even though, to your point, he wasn't actively at the time, it just that
yeah.
doesn't help the situation. So yeah, I think it was the right move by everyone involved, and I guess I look forward to seeing him in in January. And
He
I
drank.
will make one other point. It's interesting. They were talking about whether or not he should, not whether or not he should play at all, but some talk as to whether or not this will impact his draft stock because
Mhm.
he will only have played, I don't know, 15 games, 20 games, whatever it is. I don't really know exactly. And it made me think of Kyrie Irving, and I'm like, well, of course not. I mean, if he's somebody who is good, and Kyrie played his at the mostly at the beginning of the year. Now he came back at the end in the tournament and played a couple,
3 games.
but he was obviously a lot. Yeah, he was a lot less further along because he hadn't played all season. So he's number one pick in the draft,
Yeah.
and he's had a good career in the NBA. He hasn't won a ring, but that's for
Who?
probably other reasons.
Who?
But
Kyrie?
he's a good player. He's a great player. So oh yes, he has. Sorry,
Yeah.
excuse me. I'm sorry.
Kyrie is the
Sorry.
reason why they
I'm
won that
sorry.
ring.
I'm I'm so sorry. I'm
Somebody
so
had to
sorry.
make that
For
shot.
all of the people listening, for all the people listening, I apologize for that disrespect. That was unintentional. My mind was immediately going to the Celtics and now the Nets. I had forgotten about him and LeBron with the Cavs and Kevin Love. I apologize. The big three. Please,
Right. The bit,
please
yeah. Yeah.
accept my apology.
Yeah. So,
Sorry. So yeah.
while we have time, let's hit on Kentucky losing to Evansville. Um, so I mean now
Not our
even though
rival.
right nah, and they're not.
Not our
No,
rival.
we really only have
They
one
aren't.
one
Y'all
true one.
win.
We only really have one true rival. Um, but yeah, but they hate us more than we hate them. That's for sure. Um, I've met a couple of Kentucky.
I could care less. It's not. It's just it's like a non-factor.
Yeah,
It just
right.
it hasn't. I hate to say it, but history and the facts show that in the last 10 years, I think we may have one loss to them. I mean, it was a close game, but in the last 10 years, I mean, we always win. So unless that's part of the rivalry, it's not just playing each other a lot. There has to be some back and forth
And we don't play
between
them
one win
enough either to make it.
and that too.
And I think you're just
It
on
was a
our
rivalry because of 1991 and
exactly
92.
right and right,
That was a long time ago.
right.
Let it go.
Let it
Let
go.
it go.
My gosh.
Let
Right.
it go. And they've had plenty of banners since then, so let
Yes.
it go. Let it go.
Right.
But go ahead to your point, the loss that they had. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah. Yeah. So that loss was really came out of well, I'm gonna say it came out of nowhere. I'm just saying, well, it just shows that coaching goes a long way. So I put that loss completely on Calipari. Um, I mean, you're at home. It's your job to get your team up and ready to play. Even though this is a D2 team, where they D2 or D1, I don't recall, but I think they're. So even though this team may or may not even make it to the tournament, you got to give them respect. Like every player is going to come out there and give their all, especially they want to show their best when they're playing at like the big schools. And like once you keep like those teams in the game like that, like I'm like watched when we played what's that team, Georgia State. Like that was a hard stopper
I
from
was like, come on.
right. I'm like we're not about to be Kentucky up in this joint. So so
Right.
yeah I
Come on.
so
Start
yeah
giving people more and more.
Right. I mean, the parity in college basketball is closing. It's going to close even more once the one and done rule ends. So, because now that these other colleges have had a chance to broaden their pipeline, because now everybody's trying to get the one and done players, and so the other players have to go somewhere. Um, so now, yeah, I think everyone's going to be way more on their toes now when they have these visiting teams come in. They're paying $1 million to play games. Oh yeah, Evansville like, yeah, thank you, and I'll take that $1 million, and we'll go on our way to back to Evansville.
Win the dub.
Yeah, with the dub, and giving your nice little Gatorade
Yeah,
party in your guest locker room. So, well, not my
we got to
school.
clean
So
up. Yeah, I agree.
as
Not
long
the
as it's not
smartest,
Duke.
but you're but you're right. I mean, I'm watching. We were texting back and forth during that Georgia State game, and that's just what it is in college basketball. When you play big teams, highly ranked, especially on their court, if you go in and pretty much just um, go in fearless and keep it close, then you give yourself an opportunity
You have
in
nothing to
like the
lose.
last 5 minutes of the game. Exactly. It's everyone's going to be talking about, for the most part, the fact that the other team lost. Now they'll give, and not to take anything away from Evansville, and to give credit where credit's due. They did what they needed to do to win that basketball game. But to your point, I think it was very clear that Kentucky had the hangover effect after they got very pumped up and amped for a big game, highly televised at 9 p.m. I mean, prime time for a college basketball spot. I mean, last
Mm-hmm.
year Duke and Kentucky were playing at that 9 p.m. game,
Mm-hmm.
one versus two. So it was a very big deal against Michigan State, and they were able to go out there and prove themselves and show that they are here, they're in the moment, and they can be someone who can go deep into the tournament in March. And then after that, you play a team that you kind of on your schedule look past because you view them as just a mid-major program, whatever. This is just a tune-up, and you don't do what you need to do to win the game. And they come out playing hard, like you said. They don't have a chip on their shoulder. They're playing as hard as they can.
Yeah.
If they go home with a loss, that's what everyone expected. If they go home with a loss and it's close, then they perform better than most people expected. And if they win, then they exceeded expectations
Right. They're
of the
padding
great
their
margin,
resume.
and they are super excited.
I mean, this team was not even
Exactly,
picked.
exactly. That's
Was
exactly what they
I
want.
think
That's
they?
what they
I
want.
think I read that this team Evansville picked eighth in their conference to come out there.
Yep,
So,
that's exactly right.
all right.
And they didn't finish in the top five of the conference last year either. So it wasn't something. I think I looked at the little sports cast or whatever on ESPN, and they had like a 0.5% chance based on the BPI of winning that game, and 0.5 is where it's
Hey,
at. So
all you need, fa-
Cinderella,
the face the size
Cinderella
of a
came through.
mustard seed. That's all you need.
Amen.
Amen.
That's
All
that's
right.
all they had, and Cinderella came early. So
All right. So, we're gonna close it out by saying what? Welcome back, Mello, to the league. Welcome back, Mello.
well, woo, we missed you, kind of.
No.
I'm not a huge Melo fan. I'm just indifferent. It's good for
Mm-mm.
him. I like him as a person as far as what I've seen, and he seems to be a really good family man and all that kind of stuff. So
I don't
it's
know if
good for
Lala
him
was think that.
personally, but I wasn't. Yeah, exactly. And but I wasn't sad that he
Right.
wasn't there,
Yeah.
and I
I'm like,
wasn't overly elated that he was not back. I'm just like, okay,
yeah. I mean, because there are worse, definitely worse players in the
yeah.
league than him who were getting paid and had a
Oh,
shot.
absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. And
so it.
maybe I hope for his sake he can have some success and do well because he has moved around a little bit and things haven't panned out with his career. I would say that the way that a lot of people expected, and probably not how he expected, given the short time he was in college, how well he did in college. Some of the players go and he's had a long career, so it's nothing about that. And he's been in the league for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
but just not as successful either individually or with a team as maybe people thought he would have been, unfortunately. And then you come in with a class with like LeBron and people like that, and so it's hard because you get compared to those. He's no LeBron,